welcome back. Did you overdo it for Thanksgiving? I know you did, because we did. So how about we lighten it up for Christmas dinner? We're going to do some baked Cornish hens, honey roasted sweet potatoes, and collard greens with smoked turkey. Yeah, let's go. This is what we use to season the Cornish hens. You can use these. They work really well with poultry, but feel free to use your own if that's what you like. I did wash the Cornish hens. I know a lot of people don't wash their meat, but we do. Sometimes there's a slimy film on top of poultry or chicken or whatever that I just want to get that off. And I did cut off the butt. We don't eat that. I mean, if you want to leave it on, you go right ahead. But I took it off. Then we took salted butter. I prefer to use salted butter because I prefer my butter seasoned, and tuck a little bit underneath the skin. Try not to break the skin, but this is going to help keep the breast moist. That's what I like to do. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, but it really will help on keeping that chicken breast moist, or poultry breast, Cornish hen, whatever you use. I always do this with turkey, whatever, and put a little bit in the cavity too. Excuse me while I sanitize. Can't play around with raw meat, gotta keep it clean. Now at this point, I took all of my spices and seasonings and I mixed them together. You can do them one by one on top of the Cornish hen, but it takes a minute for me to do. So I just like to take everything and put it in one container, combine it, mix it all together. It's actually my spice blend. So you can do that, or you can do one by one. I do this. Another thing that I forgot to tell you, when you wash your meat, make sure you pat it dry, because you want these seasonings to adhere to it. And actually, I did this 2 days before I actually baked the Cornish hen. I like to have my marinade sit on the meat in the refrigerator for 2 days. Sometime I'll do it one day. If you don't have that kind of time to do it that far in advance, at least do it overnight. You can do a brine. I don't like to do brines. I just like a dry marinade, but I like to do it, as I said, hours before or overnight or days before. It really helps for that seasoning to get into the meat, and you really taste it. It gives it an intense, more depth of flavor. So if you can, go ahead and do that. Like I said, I did this 2 days before, and then 2 days later, that's when you see us come in and bake it. And then actually right now I'm seasoning it. Make sure you season it on the inside. Get it underneath the skin too, gently. You don't want to break the skin. If you break the skin, it's okay. You know, it's not the end of the world, but I try to keep it intact. And then you just make sure you rub it in, give it a good back rub, and rub them legs and all that good stuff. You want to get that in there. You don't want to miss a spot. And this may look like a lot of seasoning, but if you notice that when we did our spice blend, we didn't use any additional salt. Some of the things that we use already have salt in them, but that's okay. It's not that much. And the color that you see is actually the sweet paprika. I did use salted butter because that's what I prefer, but you can use unsalted butter. It's still not going to be too salty. I know that it's going to sit on there for 2 days, but trust me, it's not going to be salty. So I put butter on top, and now I'm snipping some fresh sage from our garden. This was the last of the sage that we had in our garden before the frost, and I wrapped it up in a paper towel, and now I'm using it, and it just gives it such a nice flavor. You can also buy fresh sage in the grocery store if you need to do that. And then I wrapped it in plastic and I set it in the refrigerator for 2 days and just let that sit there and marinate. Now, when I took it out 2 days later, I mixed some broth. I mixed water with Better Than Bouillon, roasted chicken to make a stock. You can use homemade stock. I do keep homemade stock in the refrigerator. Cover the Cornish hens with foil, and we're going to bake in the 350-degree oven for 1 hour. Now let's get to the collard greens. I know that a lot of people like to do the chiffonade, where they take out the rib, the stem, and they roll up the greens and they cut it into nice little cute ribbons. I don't do that. I didn't grow up doing it that way. I'm old school. I like to inspect it to make sure there's no bugs, no eggs on it, no dirt, and then I just pull it apart. I love the character, the thick pieces that you get when you just tear it and rip it. That's just me. If you want to do the chiffonade, there are so many videos out there that show you how to do that. I just don't. So at this point, me and my son Christopher, we're rinsing it. I like to rinse it 3 times because I grow greens in our garden. So I know there's a lot of bugs in there and dirt and everything. So I wash it on one side, then I hand it over to Christopher, then I He washes it, then he sends it back to me. It's just how I do. That's how we do it every time. 3 times for me. 3 is perfect number. Then we're going to take it over and we're going to put it in our stock. However, I did start the liquid for the greens, and I put my smoked turkey in there because this may take a little bit longer to get tender. I don't cook my greens forever. We probably cook them about 45 minutes to an hour. So you want to go ahead and get your water started with your smoked turkey. Go ahead and season that with your favorite seasonings. Again, that is chicken stock with, I think I use water with Better Than Bouillon roasted chicken. That's what that liquid is. That's why it's not clear, because it's not just pure water. I did put some bouillon base in there, and I'm just adding more seasoning, and just taste it as you go. Make sure it's not too salty. Make sure it's not too much. If you do accidentally put too much, you can always add water to it. I added some sugar in there because I love sugar. After an hour, go ahead and take the foil off and baste it, and we're going to cook it for another hour uncovered so that it can brown. Now let's get the collard greens in with the smoked turkey. I'm going to add just onion and garlic here. I know a lot of people like to add bell pepper and celery with it. You can, I'm not. I just prefer onion and garlic. And as I said before, these greens are only going to cook about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and they're going to be melt in your mouth tender. You don't need to cook greens for 2 hours. 45 minutes to an hour is just fine. Chicken's done. Ooh, isn't that pretty? It's so nice and brown. That butter helps make it brown because there's butter on top, and so there's butter and liquid, and when you baste it and take the foil off, it just gets a really pretty color. And they're ready to go. Let them sit before you cut them. Don't cut them till now. Just let it wait. Okay, this is my nemesis. I really hate peeling and cutting sweet potatoes. I really, really do. I need an easy way to do this. As you see, I'm kind of struggling. Whenever I'm in the store, it takes me forever to pick sweet potatoes because I try to get the long, skinny ones that are easy to peel. And I know I'm not doing it right, so please do not try to imitate my knife skills because they're terrible. As I said before, I hate doing sweet potatoes. But we're just going to peel them and we're going to put them into a nice little dice because we're going to roast them. And you kind of want them small. You don't want them too big because the way we're going to make them is we're going to make sure they're kind of crispy on the outside. And it's going to be really, really good. You're going to have that flavor of candied yams because we're going to add the cinnamon and we're going to add melted butter. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm adding melted butter on there. And then we're putting some cinnamon and nutmeg, all the same flavors that you get from candied yams. It's just in something just a little bit healthier. And we're going to mix that all together. If you like another seasoning to put in there, you can go right ahead. I did not add salt because, as I said before, I use salted butter. And that's enough salt for me. You don't need to add any more. It's going to balance out the sweetness. So I took some foil and I actually melted some butter on there. And I'm just mixing it up and spread it out because you want them to get crispy on the outside. And if they're too close together, they're not going to get crispy. So spread your sweet potatoes out. And then we're going to put that in a 425-degree oven. Ooh, this is Jiffy Cornbread. So, I can really make homemade cornbread. You ever have that one dish that when you're growing up that you eat, even though when you're an adult and you know how to make it better, but it's just that nostalgia and how you grew up. This is what my mom made for us, and it just brings back so many memories of growing up in Arkansas that, yeah, I do Jiffy. So I add a little melted butter into it. I use buttermilk and 1 egg, and you cook it for 400 degrees in the oven. Okay, our turkey is done. We're going to take the turkey out and we're going to chop it up. The greens are close to being done, so I'm just going to let them cook a little bit more as I dice up my turkey. And then once my turkey's diced up, I'm going to turn those greens off. Why? Because I hate shredded meat. I really, really do. So once I add in the turkey chunks back in there, it's done. I'm going to stir it through. The stove is already off. I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm going to remove it from that burner and we're good to go. If you cook that any longer, it's going to shred. After cooking the sweet potatoes about 10 minutes, I took them out and now I'm going to pour on the honey. I didn't do it before because if you pour the honey on in the beginning, they may burn. So go ahead and put the honey on now, stir it through, and then cook them another 10 minutes, and then they're good to go. I know in the beginning we said that this is a meal alternative for Christmas dinner, but this is perfect anytime. That's such a nice plate of food. And I did not make a gravy. I just used the au jus from the Cornish Hen. It's so delicious, so flavorful, and well seasoned. You don't need a thick gravy. It's really not necessary. Just pour that juice over that Cornish Hen. If you want to pour some over that piece of cornbread to mimic the flavor of dressing, go right ahead. Hey, we're back. So I know this is not a traditional meal for Christmas, but we know you overdid it for Thanksgiving. You had breakfast, big breakfast, pancakes, bacon, eggs, biscuits in the morning. Then you went to your grandmama's house and had Thanksgiving at 12 because she cooked it Wednesday night. Then you had it again around 3 with your extended family and in-laws. So you ate 3 or 4 times at least on Thanksgiving. So this is just an alternative, just something a little bit lighter. It's good. It's really, really good. So please just try it. Just try it and tell us what you think. So now we're gonna try it.
Yep.
You ready? Where you going first? Okay, I'll do the chicken. You do the collard greens.
Alright, bet.
Oh, I took all the skin. Wait. Okay.
There we go.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
You can taste the rosemary, the thyme in the chicken, which is a perfect combination for chicken. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna open it here now.
Honey roasted sweet potatoes. Candied yams are really good, but you don't have to have it all the time. Honey roasted sweet potatoes with cinnamon, nutmeg, and some butter and honey. It's really good. Oh. And you get that crispy crunch on the outside. It's double.
Juicy.
It is. Okay. Collard greens. That still got the chunks of meat. I hate shredded meat. I don't know why everybody keeps shredding the meat. Leave it chunky. Leave it chunky. Okay. Oh, I need a piece of cornbread with it. Okay. That one right there.
That's one. That's one.
Wow. We're like 2 pigs at a trough. Okay. We're done. This is really good.
No,
try it and let us know what you think. Just try it. You can use some of these things for Christmas or 1 or 2 or everything. Try it and let us know what you think. Bye.
That's really good, boy.
Good.